Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push in the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, to the Akwat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000 and one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. On the brother Yeshua, shalom and salutations to you all. I want to go in real quick and show you how Esau is being used, and I mean these low-level Edomites down here are being tricked because they're about to, it's going to hit them the hardest that their boy got them set up. This guy could very well be the cruel ruler, right? We're going to come back here, all right? The Trump effect, okay? So this guy has been chosen by the elites, right? Because it was more than Kamala. Kamala is regional, if you will, like the regional war that's about to take. And when I say regional, I mean the region of the U.S. That was just a regional battle between Kamala and Trump. And Trump won. It wasn't about that. This is about the world. This is about the world stage, not just the U.S., not just the states. Okay? And Trump is a player on the world stage, not just in America. There's no way that they could have sent Kamala out to do what they're sending Trump out to do, which is what the first 4 years was about. They established him as a guy who could do the job first, and then they took it away, right? They created this monster, right? The left, right? And now they got the whole left-right paradigm thing in full effect because really they're about to empower him to destroy both sides, blue and red, because it's a world thing. Okay, he's gonna be a dictator on the world stage, and that was set up a long time ago with the assistant. What is it? What's it called? The Apprentice, the little show, and all of that was all for this. You got to understand how Trump is being projected on the world stage, not just to Americans. Kamala was just to Americans. Okay? It wasn't about the power of the world being projected on Kamala. So she never would have been able to play this position or this role. Okay, so with that being said, quickly though, see, because these guys believe that it's all for them. No, it's not for you. Okay? It's not for you. Okay? Egypt represents America. Okay? And really, you low-level Egyptians or Babylonians, if you will, or Americans, you low levels. So we got to go here to establish that first. Revelation 11 and oh, that one finally came around. Let me see. Salakia. Let's go to KJV. 11 and 8, right? You have to line upon line. Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. This is talking about Babylon the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. So in the spirit, Babylon, which is America, Babylon the Great, in the spirit, it's known or spiritually called Egypt. Sodom too, but Egypt in this case. So now that we have established that, if you're spiritual, you got to be spiritual, right? So now we're talking about the Americans. So, and it's talking about you Negroes. It's talking about you low-level Edomites like him. All right. Now that we've established that, all right, let's read down. Okay. This is talking about the Civil War, right? But when you read down here about a cruel king, Who's that cruel king? Salakia. Give me a moment. And yeah, this happened, but the point being made is that, I mean, these things are used for our learning, right? Written for our learning, Salakia. Salakia, bear with me for a moment. It's right up here. I was looking further down. Okay. Salakia, bear with me. Who are the Egyptians? The Americans. Okay. So, I mean, here we have the Most High coming down into America, right? In his chariot. That's one thing, right? He's visiting right now. All right. The Most High is visiting the world which he made because all the signs are there, right? And right now, everything is set up for this civil war, which these guys believe, right, is in their favor. It's not. It's to grab these guys up because they're part of the target as well because they're not going to agree. A lot of them maggots are Israelites. But anyway, so there's that. But then there's this. Jump down to 4. And the Egyptians, meaning the Americans, will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. Right? Doth this not pertain to Americans in the spirit? So does this. Right? Could this cruel Lord be this guy right here? See, because nobody, the men of the Lord, we know what he's about to do. We know that Nero Caesar is about to do what he does, right? Just like the men of the Lord back here to do what they've always done. Well, this guy's got a role to play, and we understand that. That's why he's in place. What is he about to do? Well, these guys are set up, all right? You got to understand the world stage. This is about the world stage, not just America. And watch how the world is responding to him, and how whatever the powers that be, right, this is not just an American thing. This is a NW0 thing. Okay? Understand that when you see this, how it's coming together. That's why it looked like Kamala just passed the baton, and now this nigga's just running hard. That's what we're watching right here, okay? And there are other distractions coming, but ultimately, look at how the world has responded to what they've set up. They set this up a long time ago, and I know I'm talking a lot, but I have to set it up this way. So let's watch this.
All right, the Trump effect. Actually, I've seen some.
Okay, so this is 2024 United States elections. How long ago was this? 3 days ago. Frankie Chiaria, Chiaria, Kiria, Valkyria. Okay, the Trump effect is crazy. So we understand the spirit that the Most High put on this guy and why he has the charisma and why the so-called Illuminati trained him up. Just like his son right now is being trained up. They're not going to get to the antics of his son, but his son is being trained up to be his successor. Just like they trained this guy up a long time ago. Put him on Soul Train. All right. Anyway, groomed. They call it groomed. Anyway.
All right, the Trump effect. Actually, I've seen some of these news. Let's watch it from him.
Donald Trump's not even president yet. Have you seen what's happened in the last 48 hours?
Yeah.
The misogynist appoints the first ever woman to be chief of staff.
Awesome.
The Taliban announced they want peace with America and to be taken off the terrorist list.
The Taliban are like, please, Trump, don't come here. We love the soups. We love our Hummers.
Putin came out and said that Western civilization is not an enemy. Mexico has started securing the border in, of course, response to tariff threats. Saudi Arabia is kicking out all...
Actually, that was Qatar. Qatar told
It is Qatar. But the point is look, whereas all these things might not be true the way that this guy's portraying them, there is a stir. There are some truths to what he's saying, right? And people are getting ready in a way that they know that this dude is crazy. He's a crazy Edomite, is what's going on. He's not the stumbling, bumbling, sleeping guy who's walking around in their sleep. And all of this is set up, okay? It's set up for this guy to come on, listen again, the world stage and shake things up, okay? Starting right here at Babylon the Great. With everything they got in place. They're putting shit in place right now. Get them camps ready, get them stamps ready, and get them wars ready, because they're really about to try to put on a show. But the show is going to be hijacked, because guess what? Right? Whereas they got this guy in full form. They got Trump in full suit right now, about to wreak havoc. The Most High going to let him wreak havoc. But then in the middle of that, right, the Most High can grab him and do what they call a hardening of Pharaoh's heart, meaning controlling his mind to do what? All right? To rebel, right, and beat Trump. Right? It's not going to work, in other words. They're going to be in straits. They're going to be making mistakes. Right? That dude is crazy still, and the Most High got his whole mind. Now listen to this.
as leaders, like, hey, people, you gotta get out of here because we're small. We don't want any problem.
All of their Hamas leaders. New York is cleaning up their illegal migrant crisis.
Not only that, but also the mayor of New York actually has stopped giving like food vouchers to those illegal immigrants just based on allegedly a phone call of Trump. So also seemed like that Trump, together with Elon Musk, they were in a conversation with Zelensky of Ukraine.
See, this whole illusion was set up. Part of the illusion was for him to be ASSINated, right? Those attempts, right? All of that is a smoke and mirrors illusion, right? To give him justification for what he's about to come on the scene and do. This motherfucker's gonna come out. Let's go back. Okay, so as you can see, look at how the world, I play this video so that you can see how the world is responding. Not just Americans, all right? Because the world wouldn't have responded to Kamala like this. She played her role. See, in other words, here's how that thing worked. Suddenly and out of nowhere, Kamala just sprung up from the shadows of being vice president to suddenly she's going to become the president. And they made such a big old thing about it. It scared everybody. It scared because that's the apparatus. Okay? And the apparatus led some people to believe that she could actually do it. And that was the plan, right? It wasn't. It was never the plan. The plan was to, just to distract everybody and then to build Trump up as this hero savior. That's what the whole thing was about. Now he's in place, right? And now he's got carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wants to do, and he's mad. That's what they set up. They set that up. Been setting it up for years. Okay? Now the nigga's mad, and he has every right to go and do whatever the fuck he's about to. This is what they set up. All right? And that's what he said. Now let's go back and read this again. Here's what the Mosiah is doing. And the Egyptians, the Americans, will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. This goes into why some of these people think that this guy is going to appoint himself the Führer, or appoint himself the dictator or whatever. All right? This is, hey, what does this mean? What do we see happening? Okay? What do we see happening? All right? And this doesn't mean Antichrist, because there's the spirit of Antichrist. There are many Antichrists. Is Trump an Antichrist? He's one. He's not the one. There is no the one. Okay? But you think that motherfucker want Yahushua to come back and strike his ass down? They probably know at some level what the hell is going on. They watch us. They're watching us. Anyway, what does this mean here? Is this Trump? Is that Donald right there? Because we know. Let's get one more and we'll go ahead and close. I think that's all I had. Let me see. Speak as a sheep. No. Is that going to be in a... It's going to be a... Let's see. Let me look this up on the phone. Salaki, give me a moment. Is it speak as a lamb? Speak as a lamb. Salak. Like speak as Salaki. Lamb. Is that it? No. Wouldn't it be in the Revelation? It's all lamb. It will speak as a lamb and what? 13, let me see. 2 horns. Let's see. And it spoke like had 2 horns like a lamb, and it spoke like a dragon. Okay, and that's really is going into the Roman Empire, but or the revived Roman Empire, going into Babylon. Okay, but right now he's about to start speaking as a dragon. Is the point being made here? All right, and these people don't know that. They think that he's about to change things for the better. What does he mean by make America great again? For who? Not for the serfs. It's a class thing. Anyway, yeah, this is the 2 party system right there. The blue against the we're about to get into this. Yeah, it's about to go down out here. All right, so basically, they're praising Trump as this world hero after being shot at, after being in the court. Suddenly, the charges are dropped. You got to understand what's going on from a top view, from a heavenly view, if you will, right? And what they're setting this guy up to do, or what they're setting him up to be. Okay, because we know who he is. We know what he's about to do. Anyway, so watch this.
About how actually to end the war in Ukraine.
Xi Jinping came out and said he wants to peacefully coexist with China and said that they respect American people.
Of course they respect American people because this is all part of diplomacy. They're signaling Trump, we are okay, we want to be okay with you. Because Trump is not fucking around. And it's clear, the messaging is clear, they fear him. And this is already something that the liberal woke should understand. They respect him. And that's what you want. A leader the rest of the world respects.
European Union chief finally came out and said, hey, America, can we start buying LNG from you so they stop buying from Russian gas?
Please.
Putin says he takes Donald Trump's plan to end the war with Ukraine very seriously, and Russia supports it. The Houthis are stepping back. The Hamas called for an immediate end to war. He's calling for term limits in from Congress so that way people like Nancy Pelosi stop being forever members.
Actually, this is one of the best news in my opinion because those are the real people that hold the power. This is the power behind the power.
The power is the media, right? And who the powers that be want to project, like they did for a moment with Kamala. Out of nowhere, they made you believe that she could become the president when that was never the intent, right? It was always the intent to do what you see right now. We're supposed to be right here in this movie, okay? Here's exactly where we're supposed to be, all right? Where everybody's afraid of big bad Trump. They set that whole thing up, so now he's got every reason to take the world by storm, turn everything upside down. But guess what? Vlad is going to think an evil thought. You understand? The Most High's got this. That's what it comes down to. Let me get out. Let's go here quickly. Let's go to Proverbs. See, because the Most High has everything. Proverbs 21:1. I'm going to read 3 of these different. Come on now. Just read 3 versions just to get an understanding of what's going on or what will happen when the time is. Proverbs 21:1, King James. The king's heart, which is his mind, is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Let's read it in the NLT. The king's heart is like a stream of water directed by the Lord. He guides it wherever he pleases. Okay, now let's read it down here, and I'll break it down for you. Right? We've got to do this every now and then. In the good news, it reads, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the supreme being, right? Supreme controls mind. Whose mind? The king, Vladimir, Donald Trump, Zelensky, Medvedev, Boris Karloff, whatever. Okay? Mind control. Look at this. Mind. You take this S off. What do you got? Control. Control. Mind control. Supreme. Not ultra. Supreme. Mind control. MK Supreme. That's what's happening to these leaders. Okay? In the end, they're gonna carry out the plans of their leaders, right? Which their leaders are being mind controlled by the Most High too. But the show that we're watching looks like these guys are in full control. No, they're not in full control. They're being told what to do, who's going to win. You're going to do this on the world stage as we try to bring in the new world organization, right? And they're putting on a show, which the men of the Lord, we know about it. Okay? There's going to come a time where it's going to go awry. Why? Why is it going to go awry? Because MK Supreme. You understand? This is why. When you understand this, this is what it means. And God hardened Pharaoh's heart. Wait a minute. His what? God hardened. What does it mean to harden? It means to control it. There's Pharaoh. Is Pharaoh not the king? Of course he is. Pharaoh is the king of Egypt. Okay? His heart is his mind. When you harden that mug, what do? You're controlling it. Are you mad now? Go get them in words. Go get them. I just let them in words go. What was I thinking? Well, you were thinking what the Most High got you thinking. So the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. Let's go back there. Look at that. His mind. Nigga, I got you. You're going to finna do what I got you doing. All right, go get him. Run right out there into the middle of the sea and you go get him. That's what he did. Okay, and that's what's going on right now. You understand? That is what is going on right now with this guy. Right? No, it's no different. That's Pharaoh. Vladimir Putin is Pharaoh. Right? What is this? Let's get this real quick. Salakia for going long, but I mean that's what we're watching. People, are becoming complacent. They're afraid that something's about to jump up. There was supposed to be an airstrike. I don't think that's going to happen. There, John Ritter done explained that away. Anyway. Just understand what they're doing with your boy here. Because he's going to bring the hammer down. That's his job. And they've set him up to do that. This is Sirach 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.